What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $97,000, down about 6% on the day. And what I want to do today, guys, is try to calm your nerves the best that I can. What we're going to be doing here is looking at the monthly time frame. So each candle is going to represent 1 month. And there's a few things that I wanted to point out that are still bullish for us here. And the first off is just the structure. Overall, the structure on the monthly time frame, everything is still looking really good for us. I like to pay attention to a few different indicators, and one that I like on the monthly time frame, this is going to be in purple, and this is going to be our 10-month simple moving average. What you can see in the last bull market, for the most part, it was support for us. Even when we had the China collapse, this was over a 50% retracement here, I do believe. Just to show you here, guys, I mean, that was 55% down. We still did not close a monthly candle below that moving average until the bull market was over. And then once the bull market was over and we got that close below it at around $49,000, then you can see the rest of the time it acted as support, started to turn down, and the rest of the bear market, it just trapped us underneath until we finally got back up above it again. And it's been a really good indicator here on the monthly time frame for bull markets, and right now it's still pointing north. There's no problem. We're sitting at, around $73,000, $73,500 for this moving average. So far so good there, guys. We're up above our 10, our 20, and our 50-month moving averages. So far the trend is in our direction. We have the tailwind, no problem. Now, a few things that I want to point out for Bitcoin are Fibonacci retracements. So if we take a look and we're able to hold from this retracement that we're dealing with now, this 0.382, which is at $85,962, this potentially could still be a monthly bull flag. Guys, whenever you hold between that 0.236 and that 0.382, the retracement, if you can hold in that area, you don't have as much work to do to try to get back up above that previous all-time high of 108,000. If we start getting down to this 0.5 or this 0.618, then we have a lot more work to do. We have to use a lot of buying power to start getting back up through overhead resistance areas and then try to challenge this all-time high. So I want to see us hold up above, ideally above $94,695. Then below that it'd be that $85,962 are the two major levels that I'm looking for to see if we can get this continuation in the bull market, which in my opinion, guys, I still think everything's looking good for us. I don't think there's any reason to panic right now. I've been in this space for 7 years. I've seen a lot of crashes, and I think this is okay right now. I still think this is healthy. If we look at our previous run, Fibonacci retracement here, where we went sideways and down for about 7 months, we ended up getting all the way down. We wicked down to that 0.5 in terms of candle body closes. We held that 0.382, and then we got that next leg to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for again right now, is really stepping back and taking a look at this big picture. If we get into the indicators, our Chink and money flow right now is at a positive 0.22. Everything's looking good there. Our lazy bear squeeze is still in the green, and our MACD is still to the positive right now. If we get into the weekly time frame, last video we were doing last night, we're talking about how we want to hold this area here at about $92,000 on the weekly chart as a weekly high or low. So we tried to go up past that prior week's high, and we got rejected with a long wick here. So got to see how this week ends up shaking out here, guys. We're going to try to get back up above that prior week's high. If not, then this potentially could be an equilibrium that we're getting into where Bitcoin moves sideways for a while, which also would be okay. On the weekly time frame right now, our MACD still is to the positive. We have not crossed to the downside, so we do want to pay attention to that. That is a major sign when we do get those crosses. We got one back in this range here. We ended up going down and sideways for another 4 or 5 months from there, so just a warning sign that we do want to pay attention to, but we're not there yet, so that's still good. And if Bitcoin can pick up its act here and get going again, then we absolutely have no problem. We can just keep moving to the upside there. The Chink and money flows at a positive 0.28, so we have positive money flow, and our lazy bear squeeze is still in the green right now. If we get into our technicals, on the monthly time frame, we still have a buy. We have a 4 sell, an 8 neutral, and a 12 buy. If we get into the weekly time frame, we have a 1 sell, a 10 neutral, and a 15 buy. Then if we get into the 1 day, we still have a buy with a 5 sell, a 9 neutral, and a 12 buy. And this is just calculating all your oscillators and your moving averages together and kind of giving you a read. And for me, I think one of the best things you can do is always start on the weekly time or the monthly time frame and work your way in. So look at your monthly chart, your weekly chart, and then your daily chart. But stepping back again to the monthly time frame. What I don't like is this long wick up here of about 10%, but that could show that we may just have a little more cooling down or pulling back like we talked about to those areas before we potentially can get some more continuation. But so far, just stepping back and looking at this here, I think everything looks good. I don't think there's anything to worry about as of right now. We may be in for some consolidation or a little bit more retracement here in the short term, but I think in the longer term, in the months ahead, we're still looking good. But that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. Let me know down low what you're thinking. It was a big rejection today of that $100,000 again, so we're going to have to see. But my opinion and my experience is telling me that this trend's going to continue to the upside. We'll see. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.